Assalamualaikum and hi guys, Amar here. And for you guys out there who is new to my post or even to myself, I'm an entrepreneur and engineer and also a speaker in a sense of giving out my sharing to you guys, especially for you young generations out there who wants to know regarding about how to be successful in life, how to approach success in itself and how to motivate yourself at the same time. Okay, so in this video I want to share with you a question that I received recently from a post that I've posted on my LinkedIn and also on all my social media accounts, mentioning about to be fearful or to get out from your fear and to go out from your comfort zone in order for you to achieve more success. And that question comes about to ask me, why do I need to do that? Okay, so I think that's a very important question for you to ask, because you need to know the reason why before you do it, right? So a very valid one, and I thank you for that. Okay, so in this video I want to share with you the kind of reasoning why you need to go out from your comfort zone. And I got my flip chart here, which is very much handy for me to explain to you my points in this case. And as I was once an employee myself. Okay, so I was once an employee after my graduation, and I worked for a year with a boss, and then later on I jumped to be an entrepreneur. All right, so it was a very big leap for me because I do not know how it would turn out to be, but alhamdulillah, it's already more than a decade now, and I think I like what I do, and that's why I'm giving this sharing to you regarding what my experiences that I've acquired throughout the years of that experiences are wonderful experiences, and hopefully that you guys could take out from that. All right, I'm not saying that everybody needs to be an entrepreneur in this case, okay, but what I'm saying to you guys is that I took a leap from being an employee to an employer within a year period because I wanted to try it out. Okay, so in that manner, I really hope that you could have the sense of understanding that if you really want to make that leap, you just have to try it. Okay, so that's the number one thing that you have to learn. All right, so everything in this life in itself is all about the trial and error, right? Do you guys agree with me? Because if we wanted to do something and we're not sure of it, we just do it anyhow, right? But sometimes there comes to a situation that we are very much reluctant to do so, okay, because we are so afraid of the outcome of what it would bring to us later on, right? I think everybody do understand that kind of principle that we are facing each day when it comes to this kind of situation, right? So before I start, guys, I wanted to tell you a story regarding about how we go out from our comfort zone that could relate to what we are talking about today, all right? So if I could tell you the story of our beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he made that leap also when it comes to the hijrah. All right, so everybody knows the history of hijrah, which is the traveling of our beloved prophet from Mecca to Medina. And because of that event, he successfully gathered a lot of followers and also managed to make Medina as a center point for the government of Islam at the time. And that is a good story for me to tell you. The reason why, because Nabi Muhammad took that leap for making that hijrah, and that really made him successful to deliver the words of Allah, or basically to spread Islam in much more greater heights, right? So similarly in our life, guys, as a Muslim or whatever religion that you are in, we have to take that leap. We have to really understand the concept of that, somewhere in this world, someone great that we know started off very small, or they are very unknown, and they start at a very low point in their life. Okay, that's why it's very hard when you have the mentality that when you go out to the world you can just be successful. That's why it's very important for me to tell you guys out there, especially for you youngsters out there, that success does not come overnight. All right, it's a process that you have to go through, an experience that you have to go through in order for you to achieve that. All right, so again, this is why you need to go out from the comfort zone, and I'm about to share you why. Okay, so I hope you guys ready to let me explain to you why you need to go out from your comfort zone, especially this year when we are facing with the pandemic that everybody is facing, especially for the ones who are seeking job right now. Okay, so if you are seeking a job right now, then there's many candidates, and I'm quite alarmed with the statistics that I've seen recently about how many job has been lost and so forth. But that's the the current situation that we cannot control. But what we can do is that to make sure that we improve ourselves. And that's why we have to take that leap. We have to go out from our comfort zone to make sure that we can be different. We can achieve more success. We can do all this and that. And that's the reason why I'm going to explain to you shortly. Okay. So the first thing that I want you to understand very, very clearly, the reason why you need to go out from that comfort zone of yours is because you need to develop that personal branding. All right. So number one is all about the personal branding. All right. All right. So personal branding is very, very important, guys, because when it comes to personal branding, it shows who you are to the world. All right. Important also for students out there who wants to go out and to find jobs, because personal branding would be one of the factors that your future employer will look at when they hire you. The reason why I say that also because I have a business and I use not just your resume, I also would like to see your social media as well. So you use social media as a platform for you to elevate your personal branding. All right, it's very important for us to do that, especially at this kind of period, because again, like I mentioned to you guys out there, we want to stand out from the rest of the crowd, right? So if you are norm or if you are average, then you're not going to go, you're not going to be special in a way. Okay, so if you are different and unique and you have a set of skills that people would look at and would hire you for that, then that will be a niche for you in the market that you want to explore. Okay, so in this case, personal branding is really important, guys, and that's why you need to use social media well. I always tell this to especially to the students out there. You need to use your social media not just for spreading information and so forth. You need to make sure that people understand who you are. All right, this is what social media really is. Personal branding is important, especially when it comes to 2020. All right, so a lot of experts explain that after 2020, the social media would be used as a personal branding. And I do believe that's very, very true. Okay. So when it comes to that, I want you to concentrate on leveraging on your personal branding on your social media and use it wisely to make sure that people understand who you are. And that's why it's important for you to post the thing that matters. That's important for people to know who you are, what's your kind of attitude, what things that excites you and so forth. And it must be something that's positive in a way, okay? So you cannot post something that's negative because people would know that, okay? You cannot hide your true self by your attitude in this case, and whatever you post, that thing would stick with you and everybody would know who you really, really are, okay? So in this case, why you need to go out from the comfort zone is because of your personal branding. And what do you need to do in terms of the personal branding that I'm talking about? You need to make more videos, okay? Why videos, guys? Because as you can see, I'm making my own video as well to you guys out there right now, right? The reason why, because video would be the next thing when it comes to social media. As you can see, TikTok is coming out, everything is on video platform. All right, although Instagram is still doing okay, but we are seeing that video content would be the one that would be much more interactive in a sense. Okay, although that a picture tells 1,000 words, but a video tells millions. Okay, I want you guys to start making videos this year by sharing the content that really matters to you. All right, so I do receive a lot of questions, what videos or what things should I share? My answer to you guys out there is that anything that excites you, okay, everybody has their own liking in life, and whatever you like to share, then you just share, all right? But again, like I mentioned to you, share something that's positive that would be beneficial for others, because I do personally believe that when we die later, this kind of thing really sticks with us, okay? We need this, all right? Not just for the fact of, just telling you guys or basically to share with you guys out there, but I'm hopeful that because of this small effort of mine, I could get something in return, a big favor in return when I die. Okay, this is the kind of notion that I would expect after I die later. So the next big thing that why we need to go out from our comfort zone is to make sure that we can improve. Let me just write it down. Improve our skills, all right? I'm sorry, my handwriting is going down there, but as long as you can read it, I think that's fine, all right? This is very, very important because when it comes to even work, let's say, for example, if I hire someone, I would like to see him or her improve themselves gradually from time to time. All right. I would not like it that I hire someone and then they work at a plateau level or basically at the average level. Okay. I want the curve to be going up rather than straight. Okay. So in this case, we have to improve our skills, guys, in the sense of going out from what we normally have. Okay. In this case, the most important thing that I want you guys to do, regardless you are in a job search or you are currently in work, you have to improve the basic necessity which everybody really neglects, all right? Which is number one, communication. All right, it's very important. It's very important for you to understand that communication is the way forward. If I tell you right now, people are being hired because they are good in communication. That's one of the top 5 hiring criteria that hiring managers are actually looking at, or bosses looks at, or employees looks at in the case of finding employees. All right. So you have to understand that communication is really important. And for you guys out there who have that pleasure, all right. So since this COVID, everybody is in lockdown, and you're not doing anything. You improve yourself on this matter, all right? So the next thing that you need to do when it comes to communication as well, it links with that, which is to be able to speak in English, all right? I always talk about this time in and time out, guys. It's very important for you to understand this. Although some of you guys out there thinks, I'm going to work at government, I'm going to work, that's not going to be using English that much. Well, I'm telling you guys that one fine day, you would regret that kind of thinking. And the reason why, because the world is going globally. And although English is the second language spoken in the world by numbers of population basis, but in terms of our internet, in terms of our apps, in terms of our references, it's all in English, right? So it does make sense for us to practice in English. And that's why, for me and my wife especially, we had the same drive to make sure that we can make sure that our kids speak in English, right? At the toddler stage, when they were babies, we were speaking English with them, and that's why when they grow up, they can take up that language very easily, and that's why it takes practice. Okay, so practice English daily. Okay, I tell you, you have to practice English daily. You cannot just wait for that thing to happen. All right, at the end of the day, you yourself would benefit from that, not others. Okay. So this is very important, why you need to go out from that comfort zone, and this is what you can do in order for you to improve that, okay? So the next thing, guys, the last thing that I'm going to share with you, why you need to go out from that comfort zone is because you need a hobby, all right? You need a hobby. Like, I just want to share with you guys, due to the current lockdown situation, I've started to explore regarding about graphic design, all right? So if you can see my posters and everything, I did it all myself, all right? Although I have a graphic designer that I can hire, but I did it all myself because I want to explore how I can do it better, okay? So that's why I think what we could do is that to increase, all right, our skill set, okay, not just for this, improve our skills in this, but also increase our hobby in a way, because I do like graphic design, I do like things that are beautiful and so forth, and that's why by increasing my capability in terms of design, also in terms of looking at applications that could help in terms of project management arrangement with my team and so forth, that's something that I would like to increase the fact of productivity, all right, not just for myself but also for my company, all right, and it's becoming my hobby, or although it can be in here, but for me, all of this to my liking, and it is a hobby. That's something that I really want to explore myself and educate other people, especially my team later on, regarding about the things that I've learned in order for us to improve our organization better. All right. So I do hope that you guys understand based on the explanation that I did here right now, because you're not going to be average, okay? I can tell you that you have to be different. You have to differentiate yourself in terms of, you yourself as a brand, okay? Especially when you go to that interview, you're going to be different compared to all the other candidates that is going to that interview as well. Okay, and it also applies for you guys that is currently working right now. You want to elevate yourself compared to your other colleagues in your company or organization, because you have to do so. Everybody in a way, okay, although everybody's not talking about it, but everybody in a way is competing in terms of performance, right? So I would always like that, because when it comes to company, this is how we grow. All right, this is how we grow, in the sense that people who perform better then try to pull in people who is really not doing so. So that's why we need to have a mix of balance of people who performs and who people are not perform, and hopefully that all of them would elevate themselves together for the benefit of the company or your organization. Okay, I really do hope that this sharing really opens up your perspective in why you need to go out from your comfort zone, and I wish you all the best, guys, and stay safe and do take care. So until next time, guys, bye.